Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Chrissy Sawyer here. How are you? It feels like another 7 months. I've been away between the last video and this one. Which reminds me, if you haven't watched the 888 Dragon Gate video, that's going to help you. So tuck that one under your belt because I'm sensing this is 888 too. So this has been coming in for a few days, and what I've done is just created a little timeline of some of the big shifts I've been going through to bring the next phase of this story through. It's opening up quite a big, long gateway that's taking us way into September. So I'll speak to that in a minute. So I believe today is a full moon. I'm not doing astrology. So tropical, we have a full moon at 27 of Aquarius, and sidereal, tomorrow, the moon will move into Aquarius. So here we go. I'll start with the weekend. It's been a massive weekend for me. It feels like 3 months long. Time, what is time? So Saturday into Sunday, literally between the midnight and the 0100 space, this happened. My head filled with light and showed me this pixelated reality, and it was like a wall of glass bricks, little glass bricks. And the light gets so bright, it wakes me up fully. So I wake up and I open my eyes to see the room is filled with the same pixels. Thousands of pixels as glass cubes, each with a fractalized shape in it. It looked like a whole new reality coming in. And the EMF sound, I mean, we had over the weekend, we had like a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch from the sun. So CME, solar flares, geomagnetic storm, and radio outages. All day. It was just, my phone was just lighting up with notifications all day, one after the other after the other. So sleep is a rare treat at the moment. I haven't slept properly in over a week. And the EMF is so loud. Like, when did it get so loud? And so I did an attunement with myself where I used the mind to create the pitch in the back of the throat. I can't explain it. I hope that makes sense. So the noise of the EMF is resonating at a certain frequency. And so I recreated that frequency in me using the back of the throat and my mind to match the tone. And then I pulled that all the way down, spiraled it down into the body, and created this molecular shake. The whole of my body went into this big, shifting, moving shake. So I just sat with that. And then so Saturday, Sunday night, last night, I had a dream where I was working with a white masculine dragon. Very beautiful, very old and wise and massive. Never worked with such a masculine dragon energy before. And the scene took place in a hotel. And I was playing the part of the concierge. So I was concierge to the dragon. And the dragon needed me to go out and find some specific people to take back to the dragon, who was in a room waiting to have a meeting with them. And these people came in, and everybody was taking a selfie with the dragon. And then they were receiving a message from the dragon that it's okay to take a selfie with the dragon, but all electronic capturing will disappear when the dragon goes. Okay. And they all felt sad about that. Like when they wake up the next morning, there'll be this, was that a dream or did that really happen? And they'll go to their phone to search for the image and it won't be there. It's that kind of thing. While all this was happening, I parked my bicycle in a doorway. And everybody copied me. So everybody went and got their bicycle and parked it in a doorway. Now, these were large glass sliding hotel doors. And it's like we were getting ready for the off. And then the dragon came to say goodbye to me. So we exchanged messages and I was given a date. So the dragon gave me a date to look into. So I've been tapping into that date because it gives me a really interesting code. The date is next Monday. So today is Monday the 19th. Next Monday is the 26th of August, which gives me a 2688268 code. So 2024 as a collective number is you take the 20 and you add it to the 2 plus 4. So that's a 268. So we're in a 268. Is it called a palindrome? 268. So that's the 26th of August. August, and then 2024. Okay, 268, 268. It's a significant date. And then I noticed that piece of work I did with the throat and the EMF happened spontaneously this time. And it happened as a silent scream. So as I was feeling into next Monday's date, this silent scream erupted out. It's the kind of scream that can only be heard by animals. Okay. So I've noticed I'm not making any sense of this. I'm bringing the timeline in. And I'm given the words, building in harmony with a realistic team player. And that brought tears because in comes the white dragon. Okay, when those words came in. This is like a palpable team working with new energies. And there's a message about they can get to us. We are accessible. So whatever may have been in the way isn't or is coming down. Achieving rather than dreading the outcome. Okay, so achieving is like play states and another play state and another play state with no outcome, with no attachment to outcome. Not even an expectation, just play for the sake of play, for the sake of play. Okay, and then just letting the river run underneath all of this activity until something becomes manifest. Realistic. So it's balancing all of that 8 energy. Okay, pulling it right down into the body to cause it, to cause. Ah, that's right. Karmic intent. This is karmic intent. 111. God. It's 1910 one day. I just, wow. I want my gateway to be that big because it's easy to translate. But these moments happen and it goes abstract. Okay, complex and abstract. So 8 energy is growth and expansion. It's business, if you like, but it's growth and expansion of the personal field, the personal energy body. And the challenge here is that growth isn't the only outcome. More words come in. Maturity of real teamwork, building something sustainable within that too, which seeks its partner. You might call it that Gemini energy. It seeks companionship. It seeks unity almost, and balance in that polarity. The 6 seeks the harmony in the cup of real family, and that's what's happening. There's like this family energy, and it's your cosmic family. There's this cosmic soul family coming in, and you'll know it when it comes. So when we build from that space in the chalice, the cup of the heart, in that 6 harmonizing, the harmonizing of the polarities, the good, the bad, the right, the wrong, the masculine, the feminine, the past, and the future into the present. That's the balance. That's sustainable. No quick wins. Okay. So time to grow up in all relationships. And one of the major lessons that's been coming through for a long time now is, what are your emotional needs and how are you getting those met? So what I'm hearing a lot of at the moment is the internal rant that comes out in people when they're challenged or when they're nudged into conflict. So I say, did you say that, or was that your internal narrative? Oh, that was the internal narrative. So where does that energy go? That's just energy. Okay. What also came in is the truth is in the loneliness. And it's like this cosmic loneliness. Yeah, it's like when the family comes in, when these lines start weaving into our energy field, and we can feel our tapestry filling out and becoming something palpable and real. So I can literally feel that moving around in my throat. It's like that feeling of coming home. And there's this kind of excitement and sadness all at the same time. Relief, even. And so this loneliness is just energy. Work with it, cry into it, move into it. It's going to start revealing itself. Another strong message is to stop making excuses for not fulfilling ourselves at a soul level, for not meeting our needs, for shielding others, for taking on the responsibility of someone else's emotions. Okay. And that's going to challenge all levels of spiritual bypassing. Sometimes the grit and the grime is all it needs to be. Okay, we can go up the fractal to get the higher understanding when we've processed the grit and the grime. Okay, because that works as the catalyst. It's like base level alchemy. And here's one of the truths that's coming out. You either feel loved and held or you don't. And that's what's going to challenge, are we making excuses for other people? Are we, thank you, are we making excuses for ourselves so we never have to feel loved and held and truly supported? Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. So here comes the karmic intent. Knowing the intention and calling it before interaction is what is going to build this new companionship. Okay. There may be no intention. So I often ask people, everybody, what was your motivation in that? And it's a tricky question because very often there's no motivation. Very often it's a reaction to something external, which takes us down a unconscious path. So karmic intent is the alignment of intention with action. This is, I've got the words new masons coming in, the new builders coming in. So if you just look at I could wax lyrical here about what I'm witnessing in the eradication of the middle classes currently. I'm literally seeing it in my local town. I'm seeing it on the high street. I saw it at the weekend when I tried to buy indoor plants from my favorite garden centers that I've been shopping with for 20 years. And suddenly there are no indoor garden plants, or there are 5 to choose from. And it's because of the big stores. It's because of supermarkets where there's no knowledge about nature, where you just go to a rack and you buy a plant. That's out of alignment with the nature body. It's out of alignment with going to speak to somebody in the shop that you've known for 20 years who can tell you what that plant is called and how to take care of it. Okay, so it's in alignment with a caring, nurturing nature self. Out of alignment with that intention is big business, where growth is the only outcome, where profit is the only outcome. So can you see the big picture? We're going into a full moon in Aquarius, which is going to definitely ask us to look at the big picture and to see what's coming down. And to see what's rising in its place. Because what I'm seeing in my town, my beautiful town that used to be full of beautiful shops and boutiques and humans, is now seems to be filling up with discount stores, nail bars, vape shops. And they all suggest money laundering to me. There's no love there. There's no passion there. What was that? And so we begin the downward slide into the reality of the grit, into where we've been seduced. So again, it's just ownership, no name, blame, shame. It's just, what can I take ownership? What was in me? Where did I make that decision? How am I harming nature? Who am I as a consumer? So after the karmic intent message came in, I was shown a whole dragon family as a collaborator. And even now I feel, well, my friend said to me at the weekend, how are you feeling? I said, wibbly. I feel wibbly and amorphous. It's just like nothing is in stasis. Everything is moving. And then that links me to recently guiding everybody to explore and practice every kind of non-verbal communication you can lay your hands on at the moment. You don't need textbooks. It's all within you. Just go to the weird and the wonderful. Okay, go to that space within you that is deeply creative. Yeah. And work with disruption as a collaborator. I followed a movement in June to start disrupting my life. And so I disrupted my life. I disrupted my house. I disrupted my habits, my routines. So I could really lean heavily into discomfort. And what happened was new people came in, new opportunities came in without any want. There's a meme on my community page. I think it's, when you don't try to have, you don't have to try. And so this is like that moment to moment leaning into the energy, knowing that this could all change in a moment. And I wonder if we're kind of being guided into that energy. And this could all change in a moment. Okay. And so after I finished typing my notes up this morning, I went to the Musical Alchemy of Astrology deck. And I went straight to the underlying story, and it's like, oh, holy aqua dragon. it's it's coming in. And in the meantime, I was sent a question. I haven't looked at this, but what happens if I just pull the top card off without shuffling everything back in? I can't even with these cards. Okay. I can't even with these cards. 8. Change. 8. Change. So impatiently excite transformation. And if we're working with that 8 energy and we can't pull it all the way down into the body to the grit, then we're out of balance. Okay, if we're all, this is that I try and speak with love and respect, but it makes me cross what the spiritual New Age movement has done to embodiment. It's 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 teaching that up and out, but you are grit and molecules and flesh and muscle, and you have chakras below the waist, and you have animal instincts and primal urges. Bring all of that together, write yourself a great big fat permission slip to maybe behave badly, to come into your fire and your lust and naughtiness and mischief. We talk about petulance is when we can't express. The petulant child can't express, can't get its own way. So we might be talking to stuck id. Oh, that's interesting. See, that's creating a really big tremble. So imagine that a collective stuck id, I want, coming out. And all of that trapped petulance, it needs to dance. It needs its own dance. It needs its own movement and sound. How do you express the brat within? There's no shame here. Oh, lots of movement here. So this is like excited molecules. That's what it feels like. Re-death. Oh, re-death for living resurrection. Uncontrolled discordancy. That's like arguing for the sake of arguing. What's your motivation in that? Stuck id, need to be right. Define right. Bargaining for free will. It's already within you, but you might have to re-death to live it. It's already within you. It's like the human rights movement, waiting for permission to be given back our rights. Bugger that. Rights are within you. Express them, be them, live them, own them. Sovereignty is yours. Straighten your crown, as one of my old friends used to say. Boil. So the petulant djinn, after the applause. This is beautiful. I am values. I am frigid. I am fervent. Yeah, that's it. That's the, oh, God. Oh. Yeah, that 71 wants to just, it wants to, can I explain that? It's like taking a rock and hitting it with a sonic boom. It's that. If we're talking, we've got that active intelligence working on that 7 to fuse and unfuse and diffuse light into matter. Stuck, fervent. Yeah, I'm not going to read into those. I'm just going to hold it up because you might want to take a screenshot of the polarity. So that's the top. We're coming to a boil. And here's the underlying story. And I can barely believe the first contact. Why? This, stop. It's fast. It's fast, this energy. Moon in Aquarius is today. 3811-2 wants us to build the ashram within, is to build the temple and to furnish the temple without input from anything outside of us. This is the individuation. What does that mean? The individuation from karmic outsourcing. Amalgamation is like where we have become our karma. I think we're having a radio blackout because this picture's gone really grainy and I'm straight into the Ethernet here. I'm on an Ethernet cable. So bear with me, and it's probably going to rain. So, Moon in Aquarius, precipitous outpouring of love, climactic crescendo. Yeah, good words. Objective visionary. What was your motivation in that? What was your motivation in that? Hearing the soul's heart. Psychic fountain dancing. Oh my gosh. Emotionally planting deep love. Wow, what I'm seeing in the artwork is a faceless angel. It's the angel energy. And it's like flowing robes, but there's no face. There's no face. Okay. I am unique. I am commonplace. Yeah. Yeah. That's absolutely the invitation from Aquarius is, what did I said something the other day? How can we be unique if we're still trying so hard to fit in? Yeah, that is a challenge. But that 38 wants us to build the blueprint from within. What does this mean for me? What is the earliest signature that I can remember? So if you go back to when you were a little one, what's the earliest song that you can remember? What's the first thing that got squashed? Song is expression, maybe personality or soul. It depends how ancient you were when you incarnated. Yeah, I am unique, loving, sweet, allow space for all. Okay. Different, 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 same. So let's build this. So Moon in Aquarius with amalgamation drawn together, which speaks to the gut. Drawn together speaks to the gut and not thinking it, but feeling it. So we're talking about primal instinct here, and you'll know it in the gut, but the gut is collectively wounded on this planet, like globally wounded. If it isn't medication, it's fear programming. That all squashes the gut response, but the gut knows. How many friends or relatives or even clients do you know have said, I knew right from the start, I didn't listen. Okay, so here's the challenge is listen. That's the alignment. Listen, then take action. It's karmic intent. Obedience, if you like. Gut is very intelligent. It knows. It knows. So this speaks to unions. So I don't know what that is, but I'm seeing that as a tuning fork. And you'll know in the resonance. Let's put an 8 there. You'll know in the resonance. Take a moment. Don't judge with the intellect. Use the heart. For the newbies there, for the newbies who are with us, you probably won't have heard me say this before. I've said it numerous times. The heart is an amazing thing, and it has its own intelligence. And when two beings, I don't know if it happens in the animal world, but if it happens in the human world, why wouldn't it happen in the animal world? When two beings come into proximity, what happens is the hearts sense each other's biomagnetic frequency. And when we don't speak in that space and just allow the heart to calibrate, alignment happens. Natural, organic, universal law, alignment happens. And there we birth the potential to be in harmony with everything. Harmony doesn't mean agreeing with everything. Harmony means symbiotic, resonant frequency. And in that space, there's more space to listen and learn and observe. And the I am values, I am partnered, I am alone. There's the aloneness. That's the aloneness. Okay. I'm going to continue with the underlying story, but I'm immediately guided to pull a card from the rune deck. So this is Russell's other deck, because there's a card that wants to go right in the middle. Can't. 66. That's the harmony. Can't. Wealth. Static needs. All physical manifestations require structural frames to hold form. And here I'm taken back to the thousands of pixels creating this framework that's holding the new fractal. Oh, that's interesting. So what that's giving me the opposite of same, different, same. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Atomic microfractals echo, swell to cosmic tensile, macro scaffolding, holding static. Learn the firm boundaries and edges of the space your cells create as flesh. Sense the skin of your shell's perimeter and push your conscious energy beyond. Yeah, see, the 8 is the expansion. And if you send your awareness out to the edge, I find it's easiest. When I was learning Reiki, it was easiest to see where my field was by bringing my palm chakra to sense where my third eye, how far out my third eye was. And that gave me a general feel for where the edge of my field is. And in this molecular shakeup, so for instance, after this video, I'm going to have to go and do some work. Actually, it's easing. So between my shoulder blades on the spine, there's like a rock and it's quite rigid, but it's easing now. So the way I would work on that is I would bring in vortice energy and I would push it out. 8 needs that expansion. Big energy field. Claim your territory. Claim your space on the earth. Breathe with big dragon lungs. You need a lot of space for that. The puny human forgets that it is vast and cosmic. Be charged, be ready to arc your love into the etheric. Love is all keys, locksmith to all vaults. What could be more vital than love in all things? Melt. Oh, that's just melting me. And so we carry on with the underlying story. And it might be that I don't stay with this, but just bring it in. Because yes, I didn't speak about that, did I? What these underlying cards took me to is the partial lunar eclipse on September the 17th, happening in Pisces. And so the underlying story, this is what's coming, this is what's building in this gateway between now, well, it's about a month, isn't it? Between now through the 26/8/8/26/8 gateway, which is karmic intent. We could call that karmic intent, aligning the intention to the action. And that alignment is going to polish that soul stone within. It's finding that note, that one note that expresses like every fractal of you. The harmonic, it's beautiful. Okay, the cosmic loom is weaving it together. Prima material, so this is the primordial ooze. This is the re-death to resurrect. Yeah. Got a headache now. Prima materia, all possibilities opened, all elements being alchemized, omnipresent philosophical matter, massive expansion. Coming in on that 77, 14:5, Word of God. Bringing the higher mind into the container. I am values, I am body, I am soul. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the I am values. I can't remember which one I've already showed you. So this is boil, petulant gin. I am fervent. I am frigid. This is moon in Aquarius. I am commonplace. I am unique. If you want to take screenshots. And this is amalgamation. I am partnered. I am alone. And Philosopher's Stone. I am body. I am soul. Beautiful. Yeah. I am comforted. I am aching. What I'm being shown is somebody who's worked for the same company for like 20 years and is aching. because the soul isn't being fed. And this is giving me the same message as Moon in Aquarius, which is around the joyous, loving energy, drawing out the true expression and meeting some sticky, tough emotions in that petulant yin. Lean into it. I seem to be saying this more and more, and I'm just going to keep saying it. Put a feather boa around it and put it on stage. Have the tantrum. Express the petulance. What did you want that you didn't get? How cross are you? So it might be coming from the inner child. So don't use the big clever words. Use the simple words. Are you cross? What's that like? Where is that in your body? What does that look like as a shape? What does it look like as a dance or a song or a grunt or a growl? Be playful and creative with it. I'm not saying there'll be no emotion that comes. There absolutely will be emotion that comes. Lean in. Give it the drama that it seeks in a safe, loving place. Yeah, here she is. Yeah, right. These two have brought in a whole new reading because this took me to sanguinous. This took me to blood. And let me just check my notes because I think Eris. So I last wrote about Eris when she was in Aries, but let me just check my. Yeah. I wrote about Eris when she was at 24 of Aries, and she gave me consanguineous, which is about ancestry or descent related by blood. And she gave me fantastic numerology, freedom of personal expression, and lots. Okay. Lots. I'm going to do a video on that because the next card out is Leo. And there's a connection there between Aries. There's a connection there between Eris and Leo. I don't know where Eris is at the moment. But Eris is discord. I've talked about disruption. That's bringing Eris energy. So I've been doing that since June to really tip the apple cart. So I can just look and see if there are rotten apples disguised as comfort, disguised as something else at the bottom of that wheelbarrow. Tip the whole damn lot out, clean the wheelbarrow, sand it. So this Eris speaks to the golden apple of discord, which brings in Idun for me. I wrote a poem about Idun ages ago. Yeah. So those two, I'm going to pop over there and I'm going to do another reading when the time is good. Okay, we're nearly at the end of the gateway. So we have Quicksilver, open, flexible channel. And this is going to challenge the intellectual mind. Okay. Making space for magic does not involve knowing the outcome. I was talking to a friend the other day about that time I did that play. So I was guided intuitively to go and get a part in the play. So I went and got a part, two small parts actually, in a play. And my God, if I ever wanted a teenage healing therapy workshop, it was that. It was very triggering. And they were talking to me about it and they said, what was it like? And I said, It's like a jigsaw puzzle with no picture on it. That's what it was like doing a play, because you can't see it until it's on stage. You can't see it because the audience is part of it. That's what creates the symbiosis in the relationship. That's what creates the space for magic. And so in making the space for magic, it's okay to play with a jigsaw. Make sure it's blank. Okay. Creative dynamism, heralding change. So change is all over. It's a 53-8 as well. 78, 15-6. Alchemy. 77, 14-5. That's higher mind coming in. I like that. Restless fluidity. Yes. It won't fix, it won't lock into place. It's like Quicksilver. It's like Mercury. Mercury's in retrograde, isn't it? Okay, switching rhythm but not time. Yeah, this is just really coming into the organic nature body, which has its own seasons and its own rhythms. So if you look at the whole paradigm of the 9-to-5 job, that whole thing is out of alignment with the seasons of the body. I am values, values, I am values. I am rigid, I am flexible. Tip it all upside down, whatever you can. If you have comfortable habits, go-tos, regular things, just mess with them. As an architect, as an alchemist, just mess with them just to see what happens. And here we have the lunar eclipse. So this is the, I believe, Pisces, 17th of September. I am values. I am umbral. I am unveiled. If you want to take a snapshot. There's some beautiful darkness coming through here. Like real darkness. Like peering into the darkness. Because you've seen it all in the light. You've seen all the structures and the shapes. Seen it all. Subconscious knows this. This is peering into the darkness. Where shape forms like smoke. And where we don't react in fear. Wow. Yeah, beautiful, sunless solutions. Solutions in the dark. Cathartic conclusion. Yeah, so that last piece, Ianus Geminus, speaks to me of the two faces, the face of the beast and the face of the angel. Is that the faceless angel? Oh, wow, that is elegant. Right, tuning fork. Tap a tuning fork, and it's like what it's showing me is it's bouncing two notes between one another to create a harmonic, a calibrated, mixed note. And what I'm seeing here is literally the two-facedness of being human. So this is speaking straight into shadow work. And what it will be challenging is karmic intent. Because we're bringing it down, because we're heroically brilliant. We're bringing it down. Oh, Oh, okay. Look, I can't not bring this in, and I can't not bring this in. So if we go big picture, this is speaking to the end of the Pisces era, which is just, I'm not going to use those words. I can't stand those words. Let it go. Chrissy, I don't know how to do that. Well, bless your heart, of course you don't know how to do that. We're in Mercury retrograde. It's just going to keep going round. Face it. Ianus Geminis, face it. Face yourself. And if the answer to cause that thing to dissolve, the conflict of the opposite, if the answer is, I lied, if the answer is, I didn't listen to my heart, my soul, my gut, if the answer is, I betrayed myself, be with that and allow the emotion to come through that. That creates the doorway for the emotion to come through. Energy only changes. It doesn't die. It isn't born. It only changes. And you're the catalytic converter for that. So water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Pisces, oh my God, I can't, this is just, it's going to go on all day. Go and get a cup of tea. Put me on pause and go and get a cup of tea. I am in for the long haul. South Node, the personal grimoire, this magic storybook, your anthology of songs, and is the South Node in Scorpio because the next damn card is the moon in Scorpio. What is hidden in that eighth house of contracts and soul agreements and shared resources and sex and death and taxes? Because this is eruption. At odds with things, quantum entangled tensions, dark moon Lilith. Look at this. I wonder if I could just go through the whole deck and read the whole deck as one story. I bet I could actually. Oh my God. God, Hygeia. Gut love. I think Russell was recently speaking about biome. This couldn't sing louder to it. If I'm shouting, I'm sorry. I'm very excited. My molecules are jiggling. Gut health is essential. Gut health is the inextinguishable flame. No apologies, no adapting, no tailoring. Oh, I do this because it's what they want. I think the journey's over. It is. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Let's do these. So that's the end of the 26-8 gateway. I might call that the White Dragon Gate. Yeah, that feels good. Oh, it feels good. Masculine dragon. Okay. So where did we start? We started in Moon in Scorpio. Right, let's go through these. So I've spoken to Moon in Scorpio and what is hidden. Okay. Whale song. This is ancient. I am values. I am selfish. I am selfless. You need to be able to define what those mean. Because in a changing world, I'm not sure what those values mean. Selfishness has come out of religion, so we need to tread very carefully with what we conceive of as selfish behavior. Even selflessness. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. I am selfless. It's the seer's eye. And the next card is the moon in Sagittarius. Okay. The visionary, the seer. Oh, God. My third eye is burning hot, reflecting the strength. So I am selfless. What that says to me is I am out of the way when the vision comes in and I bring it. I am out of the way. This is the hollow reed, isn't it? Well, is it? I don't know. Deep, placid emotions, loyal, trusting, and supportive, always awash with fully expressive psychic fluidity. Oh, if you want to practice fully expressive psychic fluidity, buy these damn cards. I don't need my water wings in this energy. I am in heaven with these cards. They are amazing. They'll be ready soon. I am selfish, mysterious. All or nothing, agent provocateur. Intense fear of betrayal, disturbingly volatile unpredictability. I'll show you those, shall I? You can have a mountain of screenshots. South Node, personal grimoire, your anthology of songs. Yeah, this is it's like you're coming out of the back of the cave to greet yourself at the entrance. All bets are off. The dragon's tail. So this is the tail of the Ouroboros, the digesting of the past. Very scorpionic, actually. The door to life, lessons completed. And the I am values are I am untalented or I am gifted. What makes you untalented? What measure are you measuring yourself again? How safe is it to be gifted in the world? For you to be gifted in the world? What's your gift? What are your gifts? What are your superpowers? Where is your shyness? You might find them there. Okay, we've done that one. I am flowing, I am needy. Have we done that one? Water element. Yeah, sluice gates. I think I made a video about was it during COVID or shortly after COVID? It might have been 2022, where I talked about the damn wall is going to break and it's here. It's happening. People who have been holding their emotions, it's going to take more energy to keep suppressing and holding. It's coming up. It's coming up. So I am needy, I am flowing. And again, that's in the intention. Karmic intent. Are you needy? Are you flowing? Oh, I don't know how to describe this. Right. I am totally fixated on the words mother phallus. Okay. Vesta, the inextinguishable flame. And what that's taking me to is this masculine dragon coming in to harmonize with its feminine counterpart. And there's a feeling there, and I don't know the words. But tap into your body. You might be picking up on it telepathically. Threshold, epiphany, magnesium, eternal. I am finite. I am eternal. Hygeia. Describe your relationship with your gut. Describe your relationship with your gut response as if it were another being standing in front of you. What is it? What's the narrative? What's the conversation? What's the feeling? What's the sense? Yeah. I am separate. I am collective. I've got Aquarius written all over it because I am both. At odds. Everything's changing. Everything is changing. Be at odds. Be in the wobble. Be in the not knowing. Be in the not clever. No, I can't answer that. Oh, sweet. Speaking awkwardly, not honestly. Oh, gosh. That's like a kid's first day at school. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day about school as the sausage machine to kill the gut, to kill the imagination, to kill the creativity, to kill the freedom of personal expression. To turn a free-thinking child into part of our gross product, to turn it into a fee-earning employee. I'm generalizing. I know it's shifting already. We have some beautiful new schools being birthed on the planet, jungle schools and Montessori and art schools, creative schools. Yeah, towards cognitive dissonance. Because it's the polarity, the opposition in the polarity is in the body. All conflict starts within the body. I can, I can't, I will, I won't. That feels good, that feels bad. Again, link it into the biome. Quantum entangled tensions. Yeah, it's the mirror. I can see there's a mirror in here. And it's the mirror of the 26-8. It's it's the mirror of the 26-8. It's cognitive dissonance, polarity traps. And where is the reconciliation? I am values, I am contrasting, I am oneness. And there's something coming in here about it's like the alignment of the collective mind. If I use stupid language, the new collective mind, okay, that's free from the pathos of human programming. And in the same way as I shared the Saxon journey on the Dragon Gate or whatever the last video was, and somebody had almost the exact same download, tells me that we're pulling from a same mind. It's a pre-mind. I'll find better words. Okay. And here she is. This literally speaking about Lilith this morning. Where do we go to our Lilith? How do we express that sacred shadow that's within us? I'm not just speaking to women. Don't make this a gender-based thing. How do we speak to that sacred rage that's within us? That beautiful darkness that is full of potency to make something new. It's full of sound and sense and feeling and vision. It's full, fecund. So I am valued. I am liberated. I am confined. And you'll know that. You'll know those feelings. Okay. Wow. I think I first described those cards as effusive. They are effusive, if that means talk a lot. They talk a lot. They are amazing cards. So I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, if we're talking about resurrection, let's go to the resurrection deck. And closing message, please. Just that's it. And that's it. The ultimate partnership is the animal self and the divine self. That is the ultimate partnership. Bring those two into harmony, and there will be no more religion because there's nothing left to shame. That is the biggest permission slip you can ever write yourself. It's okay to live from the waist down. It's okay to live from the waist up, but that 8 wants the connection, wants the circuit. Okay, what goes down? It's the law of correspondence, as below, so above, as below, as above, so below. We can no longer live in cookie cutter, one size fits all spirituality. Oh, I like that. I like that. So this is called best friends. Best friends. Aligning the polarity. Oh, lol. Into temptation. I was tricked. Okay, that's one narrative. I'm going into temptation. That is another narrative. Okay. One has that inextinguishable flame. I'm going into temptation. I want to explore temptation. Temptation. Do your worst. Okay. Can you sense the difference? 22, it's coming in on that master builder as well. 22 wants to build. I'm so sorry for the grainy picture quality. I don't know what's going on outside. 22 wants to build the experience. The soul wants to have the experience. So let it, without judgment, without damn religion. name, shame, guilt, fame, all of that egoic superficiality. This is deep. This is a deep exploration of what brought you here. It's time to play. Yeah. The mother of invention. Now, this is giving me again the masculine and the feminine dragon energy coming together to seed something so beautiful. My heart could burst. Into temptation to make friends with your shadow self or your animal self. Okay, so that's the white dragon then. I'm going. I am hungry, I am dehydrated, and that has had its wicked way with me. Okay, I'm off to find food and fluid. Thank you so much for being here. It's just epic to sit in this container and let it all come through. And everything in my back is gone. That's why I started YouTube. Don't do it for you. I did it as a therapeutic tool because it actually moves energy around my body. I just need to get it out of me sometimes. And that is it. I'm going to leave you with my love and my state of absolute awe and wonder. And I look forward to your stories. Tell me all about it. Take care.